Hello, and welcome back once again to Infinite Jeff, the project where I, Jeff, read the book Infinite Jest to you, one page at a time, one day at a time. Put it up on the internets, the YouTubeses, for everyone to hear. What is Infinite Jest? It's a book by David Foster Wallace. It was originally published in 1996. I almost said 1969. That would have been nice, but not true. It is the 14th of September. It's a Monday morning. It's 10:41 a.m. It's crisp. It's a crisp morning. What's the weather looking like right now? What's that temp doing? 59. That's great. Got my coffee. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to switch from my flip-flops to my slippers and start putting on my jammy pants when I'm just bumming around the house because it's going to get a little cold. But got my coffee as opposed to an energy drink or a soda, which is more of a summer thing. I don't really want coffee in the morning when it's warm out. But when it's cool, especially when it's nice and crisp, I wish I had the day off because there's no better way to start a lazy day off where you plan to do nothing and just having a nice cup of coffee and playing some video games, maybe hitting your pen once or twice. But alas and alack, I do have to work later on today, so I won't be doing that. But well, let's shall we? Page 208 of Infinite Jest. Here we go. Black girl DDN has on the plane of her upper abdomen a tattered screaming skull off the same stencil as McDade's, but without the flames. That's creepy because it's just a tattered white outline. Black people's tattoos are rare, and for reasons Ewell regards as fairly obvious, they tend to be just white outlines. That not true at all. I don't even know if that was true in the 90s. It's not true now. Enid House alumnus and volunteer counselor Calvin Thrust is quietly rumored to have on the shaft of his formerly professional porn cartridge performer's unit a tattoo that displays the majuscule initials CT when the unit is flaccid and the full name Calvin Thrust when hyperemic. Tiny Ewell has soberly elected to let this go unsubstantiated. Alumna and VC Daniel Steenbach once got the bright idea of having eyeliner-colored tattoos put around both eyes so she'd never have to apply eyeliner. Not banking on the inevitable fade that over time turned the tattoos a kind of nauseous dark green, she now has to constantly apply eyeliner to cover up. Current female live-in staffer Jeanette Foltz has undergone 2 of the 6 painful procedures required to have the snarling orange and blue tiger removed from her left forearm, and so now has a snarling tiger minus a head and 1 front leg, with the ablated parts looking like someone determined has been at her forearm with steel wool. Ewell decides that this is what gives profundity to the tattoo impulse's profound irrevocability. Having a tat removed means just exchanging one kind of disfigurement for another. There are Tingley and Deal's identical Palmet cannabis leaf on inner wrist tattoos, though Tingley and Deal are from opposite shores and never crossed paths before entering the house. Neil Gunther refuses to discuss tattoos with Tiny Ewell in any way or form. For a while, Tiny Ewell considers live-in staffer Don Gately's homemade jailhouse tattoos too primitive to even bother asking about. He'd made a true pest of himself, though, Ewell did, when at the height of the obsession this one synthetic narc-addicted kid came in who refused to be called anything but his street name, Skull, and lasted only like 4 days, but who'd been a walking exhibition of high-regret ink, both arms tattooed with spiderwebs at the elbows. On his fishy white chest, a naked lady with the same kind of overlush measurements Ewell remembered from the pinball machines of his Watertown childhood. On Skull's back, a half-meter-long skeleton in a black robe and cowl playing the violin in the wind on a crag with the dead in maroon on a vertical Gonfalonish banner unfurling below. On one biceps, either an ice pick or a mucronate dagger, and down both forearms a kind of St. Vicious dance of leather-winged dragons with the words, on both forearms, "How do you lick your blue-eyed boy now, Mr. Death?" And Death is spelled D-E-T-H, the typos of which, Tiny felt, only served to heighten Skull's whole general tat gestalt's intended effect, which Tiny presumed was primarily to repel. All right, more tattoo discussion. This just keeps going. This isn't my favorite part of the book. It's kind of boring. But that was page 208. I just did a Jeff Finnegan's Wake where I did one full page, and then the next page was like a paragraph, like 5 lines. So I just knocked it out. Sorry. So I just knocked it out for tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do today. I usually do these one at a time. I used to kind of bank them up, but I haven't done that in a while. But since I went ahead and recorded that super short one for Jeff Finnegan's Wake, I'm going to go ahead and record another one for Infinite Jeff. So, yeah, you'll get the same. I don't know if in any sense these come across as, the same sessions, like if I record 3 on the same day, if that's something that comes across in the recording, even if I don't say it. I have no idea. I don't really listen to these. I kind of listen to them at first, kind of as white noise to fall asleep to, but I don't know. Then I just started listening to white noise. So, but anyway, that was page 208 of Infinite Jeff. Infinite Jeffs. Good night.